Hey y'all, and welcome to the Max Live. Our house looks a little different today. We did get the tree down, all of the Christmas stuff taken down, and actually some rearranging going on in the house just for temporary time. So some progress being made there. Update on Colby, I will get to that in just a minute, but before I do, I really need to show y'all what happened on the farm yesterday. Yesterday, we got some really heavy rain in our area and a huge gust of wind that blew for a really long time. When Colby went out this morning, he said that we've had some damage. So I'm about to gear up now and go out, and we're gonna kind of take a look around and see what all has happened. I know there were a couple of trees down, and he called me about some of the animals a while ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and ride up, and we're gonna figure out what we need to do as far as that goes. Thankfully, for some of the trees that were down, they were on the back side of our property. I think only, if any of our fence got tore up, it was only a small piece, which I guess is better than tearing the whole fence down. But we're gonna go take a look at that, and then I've got to ride up the road to the opposite side of our big barn to where the cows were. Josie still doing good, and her baby Chris. There's Dolly. What are you doing, girl? What you doing, girl? As always, wants to be petted, so I'm gonna go in and pet her for just a minute. She had to have been a bottle baby, y'all, because she really likes human attention, which is very unusual for most cows. Hey. Dolly is our A2 cow. She is the one whose milk is closest to human milk. It's very easily digestible because of the protein that is in the milk. Because of the, it ends up breaking down to a protein situation. So Dolly is our A2. If you're not real familiar with that, just go and type in A2 milk. It is the closest to human milk. Goat's milk is also A2, but she is one that we are a little concerned about. Girl, we're a little concerned about her being bred. Now she has been with a bull. She was exposed before she come, and when she was vet checked, she was not bred. She was actually not bred, and she has been with a bull here, two different bulls. So we're hoping that she is bred. They did show some signs that she went into heat. So we're thinking that she should get bred. Obviously, if she has any reason that she cannot carry, she's just not at the right place for that. Unfortunately, we cannot keep dairy cows that we have to feed and that does not provide anything in return. Keeping that size animal is literally just too expensive, and we have way too many irons in the fire for that to happen. These pups, we are still waiting on Juliet to have her babies. I'm about to let them out. They've already been out a couple of times today, but since I'm going to be out here for a little while as well, I'm going to let them out of their kennel. Now, actually, Romeo, we are watching, I'm going through a series from Roy Cox that is training border collies. He, in the next couple of weeks, once I feel super comfortable and educated, is going to be going in a pen with me to be doing some intense training. The reason why we got these dogs is to help us. You know, we want to provide a loving home with them. We want that companionship with them also, but we also have them here to help us work our farm. So they need to be taught that. And one of the things that Juliet, she will not go through training until Romeo is done. I feel like Juliet needs to be a little bit older. I think she is so hyper. I'm hoping that maybe after her puppy, she's gonna calm down a little bit. I'm learning some ways with them, I think, that are gonna help them become more obedient and helpful dogs, which we are super excited about. And this is one of the things, for example, they have learned from me just from being with us and teaching them some basic skills. You see that their kennel is open and neither one of them are moving until I say come. Good. So they are very teachable dogs, very, very smart dogs. And I'm excited to teach them how to help us work the farm. That is in their blood. Anytime I let Romeo out, he wants to chase something. It's just in their DNA, y'all. And with a little guidance from us and teaching and training, they are going to be able to help us in a way that benefits us, does not cause more stress for us while we're moving the animals. They will know what to do to help us. It is going to be some pretty intense training. However, they will have to learn to be immediate obedient. And when they disobey, that provides me opportunities to correct them. I have learned a lot already from the DVD instructions, but the more I feel like that I'm educated on how to work with them, the better it's going to be. So I am excited about that. Romeo is a very attentive dog for the most part. I think he's going to be the one that is going to be able to pay closest attention. So I'm going to work with him first. He is not as hyperactive as Juliet is. She's very, very hyper. Even though she is a very submissive dog, she's probably more submissive than Romeo. So I kind of have like two different. Romeo is really geared into working. That's kind of what he wants to do, is run and work. But he's kind of hard-headed and stubborn. Juliet is the opposite. She's more of a people person dog, but she's very submissive. So I have kind of two different personalities I'm going to be working with. So it's going to be really interesting, but I am super excited to be able to take these dogs and actually make them what we need. One of the guys y'all saw us actually the day that Colby got hurt was asking us about our dogs. He has border collies he does the same thing with, and he was asking us about training. You know, are they trained? What are y'all going to do with them? You can really use these dogs for your benefit. We were like, yeah, we know, but the closest person that we've been able to find is like 5 hours away from us. He said, no, I have these DVDs. Y'all need to watch these. So I got with him a couple of days ago and got those DVDs and have been watching those. And y'all, hands down, Roy Cox, he is a professional. He has trained thousands of dogs, thousands of hours put in, and his teaching skills and the education there is amazing. And we are going to be able to take that and use that for our benefit as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trees down. Then we're going to go back to the back pasture where the cows are. Honestly, the crazy thing about yesterday's storm is it rained real hard, but we didn't actually get any bad weather. It just rained real hard, and we had a gust of wind that was absolutely incredible gust of wind that lasted for a really long time. But it wasn't like tornado wind, what you would think about. It was just like this heavy inline wind that was pretty crazy. So I see one of the places. Let's get out and take a look. Okay, so this side is actually not as bad as I thought. There are some bigger limbs down over there on that middle fence, but I don't think it did hurt our fence there. Now I want to show you this over here. We had, it looks like this big limb down, come down right here. Those come down. We've kind of moved, Colby and Aiden have already been out here, kind of moved some of this stuff out of the way already. So that was down. Pieces of it were down over here. They've already been, you can see the tractor marks here where they've already been moving the stuff out of the way. This is on the back side of our property. There's another limb down right here. It's not big though, so that's a blessing. There's one right here and one right here. So that's better than expected. We got the biggest mess of that cleaned up, but let's go to the complete opposite side of the farm. So we're about to drive over there. Well, see what he's talking about. I don't know what this will look like for us come spring. This will show you just how bad the wind was, those direct lines of winds that we had. Now, I'm not going to try to get too close to this. You'll see why in just a minute. That, guys, was our bee houses. We have lost, it looks like, all but maybe one standing up. Colby said he's going to try to come out here and sort through all of that in a little while. You can see that the tops have been shot off of, I think we had 4 out here, so 3's on the ground and 1 standing. So I don't know what that will look like for us come spring. They were not our biggest producers, but obviously we were able to get honey out of the hives. Like I said, I don't know what that'll look like for us come spring, how that will affect our honey flow. We have finally gotten inside from doing a lot of the outside chores, some of the things that just needed to be done. You guys saw the chicken tractor or the mobile chicken coop that was right up here by the house, like things like that. They got moved down with our other chickens, but I wanted to give y'all an update of Colby's ankle real quick to let you know what's going on. Show them what your foot looks like.
It's still bruised on some spots, still swollen.
Yeah, you can definitely still see the swelling in there.
But as long as I stay kind of on it without bending it too much, it's actually okay. I'm doing normal chores like always, but if I catch it wrong or turn wrong, I can feel it sometimes. But other than that, I'm doing a lot better,
So he has been able to walk. He's finally walking normal, put more pressure on it. It is still tender and it is still sore, but we are making progress in the right direction, so that is a good thing. I'm closing our day down with some homemade chicken noodle soup, and do I have canned carrots?
Yeah, we do.
I think I do. I have some homemade canned carrots, but sometimes the kids just like to snack on some fresh, so I actually have these. Instead of using my can today, I'm gonna have these just so we don't let them sit in the refrigerator and go bad. Also gonna be making homemade noodles and grabbing some of the homemade chicken stock that I already have canned. It is a pretty cold day today, and homemade chicken noodle soup is not something that we've had in a while, so I'm about to start that now. Well, I'm not very smart. I just come outside with a jacket on and it is very cold, so I'm gonna be walking fast. This is what I want to tell y'all. Last summer, or actually it was last spring, I ordered a plant called cut celery from Azure. It has a very light celery flavor, but you're not getting that fam from celery. None of us in our family are crazy about celery, so this has been a great plant to have on hand, and I'm just gonna get that right now out of the green. We're just gonna blow this off and call it edible. This is a little raspberry I just got from the greenhouse. It's not too terribly cold in here, but it is pretty cool. I will say I have not had to turn a heater on in here yet. Now, the weather forecast will say it's going to get cold, it's going to get hot, it's going to get cold, and sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. So I really have just discovered not to pay them much mind and just know what the temperature is going to be for that day. I have not needed to turn heaters on in the greenhouse yet, so that's a good thing, because obviously that helps with your energy bill. This might not be good, but it smells good and it tastes good. So we're gonna hope it turns out good for sure, because I have not made homemade chicken noodle soup. Not this much from scratch, and we haven't had it in years either, but it sure does smell good and it sure does look good. We hope that you guys enjoyed this video and coming along with us today on everything that we've done, from the disasters that we've seen outside, update on Colby's foot as well. Glad that he is getting up and be able to walk around a little bit more, to the journey of making homemade chicken noodle soup. We hope you guys have a blessed and wonderful afternoon. God bless and happy homesteading, y'all.